In its quest to provide an open forum for discussion of controversial issues, this station allows hosts and their guests to express themselves without any significant censorship. You're advised that any views expressed by the hosts or their guests are not necessarily the views of Togi Entertainment or its partners.
Motherhood Incorporated proudly presents Military Mom Talk Radio live on TogiNet.com. Co-hosted by Robin Boyd and Sandra Beck, the owner of Motherhood Incorporated. Military Mom Talk Radio is here with a powerful platform for women to discuss their ideas, issues, and concerns with respect to the military lifestyle. Military Mom Talk Radio encourages you to share your experiences of being a military wife and mother. This show is dedicated to educating your family about the many resources that are available in both the public and private sector, and we'll be sharing helpful information from women all over the world. We'll cover everything military, from helping a family member cope with post-traumatic stress disorder, to navigating government programs dealing with family issues, to the struggles of deployment, along with being a working mother both in and out of the home. This is Military Mom Talk Radio, and here are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd.
Hey, military moms, this is Sandra Beck, and we're live with Military Mom Talk Radio, coming to you from New Hampshire, Los Angeles, San Diego, and Texas, all in one fell swoop.
Yay!
Yay! And I got to tell you, Robin, you're having some nice 70-degree weather out there, and Doris and I are freezing. We had 3 inches of snow yesterday, and it's 31.
You had sent me the most beautiful picture with the snow on the mountains, and honestly, yeah, everyone's running around here with their little bikini tops and flip-flops on out here. It was, 70 degrees.
I just love our country. For many reasons.
Yeah, it is just the oddest thing, but we love it. We love it.
So speaking of different things today, we're going to bring on 2 guests. Linda Franklin, which we've had on from Shining Service before, and we're going to talk about an interesting topic today with Linda Franklin, guys, because a lot of times we go to charity events or we participate in volunteering for charity events, and we have no idea what it's like to put one of these things together. And so Linda Franklin is going to talk to us today about what it took to put the event for Shining Service together that's still coming up in May, at the end of May. Then we're going to invite Donna on. She's a cartoonist. She has a comic strip called Crazed Angels, which we're all big fans of.
Lewis.
Oh, sorry, did I say Donna Mull?
Yeah, another friend, but I want to make sure we get the name right. Donna
Lewis. Donna Lewis of Crazed Angels. And it's not a show unless I get somebody's name wrong. Yeah, and then we're going to have a musical tribute. And who's on our musical tribute this week, Robin?
We have a song that one of our guests, Mary Lee, she was a darling lady. And if you remember, she was an Air Force Master Sergeant, but she was the sweetest lady. And she was on talking about her, one of the books she had just written, a children's book. And so she sent us a song she also wrote. And then we also had a fellow named Jeff Senior on. He is part of the rock band Consider the Source. So we've got, and then there's another song that we had in our blog about a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years ago. So we'll have that featured as well from the National Guard.
That's so much fun. I love all the variety on our show. Now, Robin, you came up with some cool articles this week. The horse one was pretty neat.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, let's see what Doris has, because I don't have that piece of paper right in front of me.
Oh, sorry.
The one thing that I do have in front of me was Guitars for Vets in Virginia, and there is a Facebook page, Guitars for Vets, and it's called Guitars for Vets Virginia. What they're trying to do is collect as many guitars as they possibly can to give to veterans who are coming back and needing some help with reintegration. It is a wonderful program, and I don't have a specific website other than blues4vets.com. So definitely check that out. And if not, at least go to the Facebook page, Guitars for Vets Virginia.
That's really cool. That's really cool. So, okay, Doris, what do you got for us today? I know you have some information on the changing roles of women Marines, and this piece, I think, is taken from Stars and Stripes, right?
Yes, it is, ma'am. Yes, this is a story with a twist because it is being told by a former Army mental health counselor, which is me, and I will be talking about female Marines. Can it be possible? I know they're flipping over there. Anyway, well, I will try my best. This story was featured, as you said, in Stars and Stripes issue and was promoted on military.com. It's about how female Marines balance the idea of being a woman in a very male Marine world. Female Marines don't like people to focus on their gender. They say they are just Marines, period. But recently, some who have been the first to fly with an all-woman Marine One crew to serve with female engagement team in Afghanistan said they'd come to realize the importance of setting a positive example and showing other young women the opportunities available to them in the military world. And I could not agree more, being prior military person myself. This Major Jennifer Marino stated at a panel discussion about the role of female Marines in Iraq and Afghanistan. She says, "We don't like to be singled out, we're Marines." But after this news about this all-female Marine crew, Marino said that they started getting letters from parents saying their daughters had been inspired to join the Marine Corps or become helicopter pilots. I mean, how cool is that? Those letters showed the Marine women the importance of serving as role models and talking about their experiences. And Captain Victoria Sherwood says, too few young women realize the career opportunities available to them in the military. And talking about her experiences and the experiences of other female Marines is the best way to recruit other strong women. The opportunities for women are changing in the military. Though women are still barred from infantry units, a recent Pentagon decision will open to women more than 14,000 active duty and reserve jobs that were previously available only to men. And as early as this summer, a few hundred jobs for company-grade officers and staff non-commissioned officers in the Marines will be open to women. These positions would be in ground combat units like artillery, tanks, and combat engineer battalions in military specialties that are already open to female Marines. So these senior women on this panel said they've seen many changes during their time in the service, and it is all positive, Sandra and Robin.
Wow.
That is terrific.
Isn't it? Anyway, in closing, I have a little bit of military history, trivia. When I was in the military, which was in the late 1970s, our way of keeping up with what was going on in the world was reading the Stars and Stripes newspaper. We lived for every issue to find out what was going on back home in the States. Well, I found out while researching this article that the Stars and Stripes newspaper got its start as the newspaper for the Union troops during the Civil War. And it has been published continuously since 1942 in Europe and 1945 in the Pacific. And Stripes reporters have been in the field with American soldiers, sailors, and airmen in World War II, Korea, the Cold War, Vietnam, the Gulf War, Bosnia, and Kosovo. And now they're on assignment in the Middle East. So Stars and Stripes is one of the widest distribution newspapers in the world, serving over 50 countries everywhere, bases, posts, service memberships, and embassies. And I actually still have my Stars and Stripes papers from when I served in Korea. Anyway, how is that for military trivia later?
Yeah.
We like that.
Over and out.
Like that. That's terrific, Doris. That warms my heart.
Thank you.
So, Rob, bring up the horses. I just love the horses. You got to talk about the horses.
Okay, I found this article, and it's called Operation Free Ride. The Armed Forces Foundation and Horses for Heroes is inviting AQHA members, and the only thing I didn't do is to find out that acronym when I was pulling it up, because I have all of these acronyms on here, and I'm realizing that's the one that I did not pull up, to participate in an unprecedented collaboration between breed associations and equestrian organizations. If you are an equestrian person, you will know what I'm talking about. What they are aiming to do is to give our active duty military personnel, returning combat veterans, wounded warriors, and their families the opportunity to ride a horse for free. It's launching this spring. It's called Operation Free Ride, and that is the website, operationfreeride.com. You'll definitely want to look up this information, because whether you have a horse or whether you need a ride, either way, this is going to be something you'll definitely want to look into. Horses for Heroes is a nonprofit organization that uses horses as teaching, therapy, and motivational partners to engage, inspire, and empower military families. And their website is horses, 4, heroesusa.com, and you can also phone them. A person's name here that they want you to ask for is Sydney Knott, and that's Knott, and that's at 1-888-987-4376. What an awesome thing this is. I just think that's wonderful.
Well, and it just shows how we can all contribute in different ways to make the world a better place.
Right. Absolutely. Well, Sandra and Doris, we have got a great show lined up. Our first guest coming up will be Linda Franklin from Shining Service Worldwide. And as you know, we have had her before. She is a delight. We will love chatting with her today and hearing all the news. And then later on, stay tuned, because we have a dynamite person. Doris A. Lewis will certainly make you smile. We want to make sure that you always check us out at militarymomtalkradio.com. All of our podcasts are on iTunes. Did I call her Doris?
Yes.
What did I call her? I'm sorry. Now we're getting Donna Lewis. I'm saying it too fast. The poor dear. We just really have to hang our heads, I'm afraid. So Doris is the only one who hasn't said a wrong name. So Doris, you're just going to have to blow up.
Are you a military mom looking for help in dealing with the system? Keeping the home fires burning? Well, that's what we're here for. It's Military Mom Talk Radio with Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd. And we'll be right back after these.
The Mary Beth Wells Hour is a talk radio show where we reach out, reach deep, and talk about topics of substance. We'll cover points of interest, such as World War II and the Holocaust, the Vietnam War, the planets and the oceans, skydiving, rock climbing, and much, much more. Join me every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as we delve into and discuss fascinating subjects. It's a program to pique your interest for sure.
Booyah! That's the word uttered when you know you have the upper hand, or you're the winner. Well, now we have the Booyah Radio Hour with Martin Bressy, Tuesdays at 9, 8 Central on TogiNet.com. Martin's show is all about helping speakers and authors find their niche, create their brand, and achieve massive success. Each week, Martin will interview guests from around the world who have achieved tremendous success as speakers and authors. You'll find out who they are, what they do, and how you can follow in their footsteps to achieve incredible results. Guests will come from around the world of business, entertainment, finance, the arts, and sciences. Nothing is off topic. No subject too taboo. We'll share valuable information as well as huge laughs as we discover the ups and downs of being a successful speaker and author. The Booyah Radio Hour with Martin Pressey. Tuesdays at 9, 8 Central on TogiNet.com.
Put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking.
Welcome back to Military Mom Talk Radio on TogiNet.com. Covering topics to help on the home front with help from those who know how the system works and how to work the system. It's more fun than a sale at the BX. Now let's get back to it. It's Military Mom Talk Radio. Here again are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd.
Hey, military moms, this is Sandra Beck, and I'm here with Doris Rivas-Brecky and Robin Boyd. And our guest today is going to be Linda Franklin of Shining Service, and then we're going to welcome Donna Lewis of Crazed Angels coming up after the break. I want to tell you, after sitting on the board of two different charities since the beginning for over 10 years, volunteering for numerous charities, I had no idea how much work it was and how many people get involved just to get one charitable idea off the ground. And my guest today, Linda Franklin, has been knocking herself out for over a year now, putting together Shining Service Worldwide, which is an organization that helps women who are affiliated with the military. They can be women service members, they can be veterans, wives, girlfriends, kids, aunts, uncles, moms, you name it, to help them transition from military to civilian life, and also to give support in the areas of health, finance, jobs, PTSD, emotional things, all those kind of things come into play. Now, Linda, when you put this Shining Service together, in the beginning, did you have any idea how big and what kind of scope it would have?
Sandra, I had no idea at all, and I still don't. It is in its infancy. It's about 15 months old, which I guess is pretty young on the scale. But it keeps transitioning because I didn't know anything about the not-for-profit world because my background is Wall Street and then my Real Cougar Woman blog. So this is a complete learning experience for me, but one that is absolutely mind-blowing for the reason that everybody that I talk to Shining Service about wants to somehow be involved in it so that they can help these women.
So when you came up with the idea and you started presenting it around town and then moving it on to a national level, how did you know how to step forward? I mean, you know, as the military families transition, a lot of them are leaving the military, going into civilian jobs. Their husbands or wives are deploying. They're having to change. How did you deal with the constant changing? Because you're right, from the very beginning, it's morphed, you know, many times, like a butterfly that keeps changing colors and expanding and getting bigger. How did you handle that?
You just go with it, and it seems to transition all by itself because you meet so many different people, both the ones that want to help and the ones that need help, that you start to formulate a different idea of what the needs are and how you can best serve them. We started out, with our Shining Service bracelets, and we started doing our makeovers, and all of those things are really wonderful, and the women love them, but it wasn't enough. So we had to figure out what do the women really, really need, and now we're kind of really getting into the meat of it all. You know, they need jobs, they need homes, they need help with their health issues, and that can be everything from emotional to physical to mental, all of it. And so now we are trying to find the people that can actually step in and help them with those issues. And then again, as you know very well know, Sandra, how do we reach them? What's the best way to reach the greatest number of women? Everybody's in a different location, so what's the best way to reach out, and how do we do that? So, we've come up with our Power of 10, which will be an online service, which I think is going to be terrific because everybody can go onto the computer and get that help.
It's almost like you've opened a Pandora's box of aid and assistance and support and welfare. It seems to keep growing month after month.
It does. Sometimes it keeps me up at night, I'll tell you that. And this year, we are doing our first fundraising event, which I have never, ever done before. I'm really stretching the envelope and going out of my comfort zone on this because, but it's something that needs to be done because we can't do this all on our own. We need corporate sponsorships to really do the things that we want to do, especially this home that we're planning in the New York metropolitan area. You just can't do it on your own because you tap out very, very quickly. So you need to go out and you need to ask for what you need. And for women, sometimes that's very difficult, especially when you're asking people for money and services. But it's necessary, and we're doing it.
We are doing it. And, it's such a team of effort of all these different talents. I'm amazed at how many people come together to support our military women and their families. And it's really a lot of what can I do? And then, Linda, you've got to figure out where we put them in the puzzle mix.
That's exactly right, because at the beginning people said, how can I help you? And in the back of my mind I'm saying, I have no idea how you can help me. But as we're moving along, I'm getting a much better idea, and we are getting together a pretty nice team. I will tell you that there's some wonderful, wonderful women out there that want to support other women. And that's really terrific. I mean, here in New York, just for this event that we're doing during Fleet Week, we must have a team of at least, 10 women that are now stepping in different areas. One can do a video. One can do our makeovers. One can get fashion so that the women can actually get a new outfit when they do their makeovers. Then I have other ones that are working on the house, other ones that are working on the invitations, other ones that are reaching out to corporate so we can get some corporate sponsorship, and then putting me in front of other women's groups so I can, initiate their help in helping our women. So, every day it's like somebody new, steps in front of me. It's like the universe is putting the right people in place. Because believe me, when I tell you, I had no idea. And I'm taking one day at a time.
Well, and I think you're right, Linda, in that the universe is putting people right in front of you. They're literally right in front of you sometimes, standing there going, okay, now what can I do, or how can I help? And I guess, the point of bringing you on this segment today, one is to honor you for what you're doing for our military women, but also to let our military families, and specifically our military women, not only the service members, but their families and their the women who are married to service members or girlfriends, you guys give a great sacrifice for us to have our freedom. And when I see what someone like Linda Franklin is doing with Shining Service Worldwide, as a woman business owner, there's very few countries in the world that enjoy the freedoms that we have thanks to our military. And when I look at what Linda and her team of women, I would say there's probably closer to 20.
Maybe there is.
25 that are coming together to support you in this vision. But what a great use of your freedom of speech, your freedom to create, your life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness freedom, to turn that around and create something so powerful that helps so many women. And there's nothing out there like it. That's the best part of it, Linda. You are truly a groundbreaker for your efforts.
Well, thank you. I really want to focus on women because, as I always say, women fall through the cracks much too much, and they are maybe enduring as much in a different emotionally as a lot of the men are, but even the wives, I mean, they need the support, they need the help. They know that they're giving up a lot to be married to these guys they're going and fighting for us, and they need to be recognized as well, because it's not easy staying behind and raising children and going to work and taking care of their medical needs, and then every day having that worry about where their husbands are and are they going to make it through that day. I mean, I don't know how they do it. It's crazy. I mean, I worry about my husband when he goes out every day, and he's in New York City and he's safe, but it's, I don't know how they do it. I don't. I admire them for their grit. I mean, to be able to handle, they've got so much on their shoulders.
It's true. It's true. And for the first time in history, we're starting to see some real, true support coming through to our military families, some true support to our military wives and mothers, and even the girlfriends. There's a big movement for these longtime girlfriends to get some of the same benefits and ability to get aid and help, especially in the form of emotional comfort and guidance. Because the whole family needs it. And for you to focus on the women is so smart, because the women are really the emotional heart center of the home. And, when we think about it, our military kids, the babies that were born when this war started, are 8 and 9 years old now.
Yes, absolutely.
If it keeps going, we're going to have a generation of kids that were really raised during this war. And that's a huge sacrifice for any family to make, and particularly for the children who don't have any say.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you're right. The women is the real heart of the family, and we want to do as much as we can for them. I mean, this home in New York will be for military vets, women vets, and their children when we get it off the ground. Because not only can we change the life of the military woman, but we can really, at a very early age, start to change the life of her children, to know that they do have a chance and that there is hope and there is gold at the end of the rainbow, because some of the things that they've seen, I'm sure, are pretty horrible for children to see, and we don't want them to think that that's what their life will be like.
Yeah. Linda, I know we're going to have you back very soon to keep us updated with all that you're doing with Shining Service Worldwide. Coming up, we have Donna. Luke?
Are you a military mom looking for help in dealing with the system? Keeping the home fires burning? Well, that's what we're here for. It's Military Mom Talk Radio with Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd. And we'll be right back after these.
Second chances. We all deserve them. And we are all worthy of them. Second Chances. With your host, Midge Noble. Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central on TogiNet is like coming home to warm, fresh-baked cookies, a hug from Grandma, or an enthusiastic greeting from your dog. Second Chances, hosted by Midge Noble, a licensed professional counselor, is affirming, warm, genuine, validating, and thought-provoking. Second Chances is a place to be heard, a place to laugh, a place to cry, and a place to be seen. For more on Midge and Second Chances, check out MidgeNobleSecondChances.com. Then be a part of a show that will change how you think, how you feel, and what you do. Give yourself the gift of second chances and see where it will take you. So take a deep breath, open your heart, open your mind, and join host Midge Noble for Second Chances. Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central on TogiNet.com. Okay, we will. We're going to teach you how to tell your money where to go. It's Intelligent Investing with Pam Otten on TogiNet. Learn how to be a savvy investor from someone who has your best interest at heart. Pam Otten is a financial advisor who loves to help successful business owners and entrepreneurs understand the mysteries of the investment world. And she's not afraid to share that knowledge. Pam is an unashamed Christian and qualified kingdom advisor, which means she's trained and committed to integrating biblical principles into her financial advice. Pam believes investing isn't rocket science. This is the financial advisor who's in your corner and truly understands and cares about you and helping you achieve your goals. Securities and advisory services are offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. It's Intelligent Investing with Pam Otten on TogiNet.
There ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Welcome back to Military Mom Talk Radio on TogiNet.com, covering topics to help on the home front with help from those who know how the system works and how to work the system. It's more fun than a sail at the BX. Now let's get back to it. It's Military Mom Talk Radio. Here again are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd.
Hey, military moms. This is Sandra Beck, and I'm here with Doris Rivas-Brecky and Robin Boyd, and we just had Linda Franklin on, and we're watching her shining service worldwide grow in leaps and bounds. For those of you that want to see it live and in person online, go to www.shiningserviceworldwide.com to see what exciting things are happening. And in the next couple weeks, you're going to see some additions to the website with articles written by Lisa Kamen, Lou Padgett, Penny Minetti. Gosh, there's so many writers who have contributed content to the library. That's going to be a set of articles available to our women to learn, to grow, to help you in this transition. So Shining Service Worldwide, thank you for all you do for our military women. Now we're going to lighten it up a little bit, and we're going to bring on Donna Lewis. And Donna Lewis has a new book coming out, and we've been known to feature a few authors on this show, Doris and Robin, but this one's a little different. And I'm going to throw the mic over to Robin, and she's going to talk a little bit about Donna Lewis's book, and then we're going to bring Donna on.
Donna has just released a great book, and I don't think it's just, because Donna, you'll have to correct me on that. This is called Competitive Zen, and if you need a moment to just evaluate where your place is in life and just sort of ground you for the moment, Competitive Zen is the way to do it. Donna, are you with us?
I am with you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, I can, and we're going to check on the stream to make sure that you're coming in very clearly. Donna, this is really interesting, and I want to first clarify or let our listeners know who you are by day and then who you are by night.
Wow, that sounds so mysterious. I feel like making up something.
I know. Who are you by day?
Well, by day, I'm an attorney with the Department of Homeland Security. Mm-hmm. And by night, I'm a cartoonist.
And what a wonderful way to get through your day job, I think, is to be able to go home and have this outlet with your cartoon characters and all the things that you sort of personify, maybe. Not that you're retelling in your comic strip what went on during your day, but because that would be a big problem. But I think it's wonderful that you have this outlet, because I have to say I was a commercial art major in college, and I actually stopped because the artist in me was the one thing that was my relaxation. And I wonder if that's the same thing for you, is that your art is your outlet, is what gives you that peace, is what finds your moment of Zen. Is that true for you?
Well, I should clarify and say that I probably haven't found my moment of Zen yet, although I'm looking. Well, there may be about 1,000 volumes to this series, Competitive Zen. But when I was younger, certainly art was my outlet. And then as I was beginning my career as a lawyer and as I was going through graduate school and all of that, art was definitely my outlet. When I was in law school, I was selling greeting cards, but just locally. I was spending more money on them than I was making. And these days, it's definitely my release. I will say as an artist that it's very nice to have a full-time job so that you don't have to get your art confused with how you pay your rent. I think that's a big stressor for a lot of artists. So that's a nice thing for me.
Well, and I think we all multitask. I mean, Robin, I know you wear multiple hats. I wear multiple hats. I mean, it's not always feasible for all of us to sit around doing the things we love. We need to eat and pay the bills, too. So that, to me, I love that about you, Donna, because that's like the total go-to girl mentality. You're not sitting around waiting for aid or for, monies to come to you. You go out and earn them so that you can build your dream at the same time. And that, to me, is really inspiring.
Oh, did we lose her?
I think we did.
We're going to get her right back because I know she's on she was on her BlackBerry. And one of the things that we were talking about is her book that's just coming out. And I have to say some of the things that our darling we're going to hear a ring, I think, in a moment. Some of her cartoon strips just hit you and you have to smile because you were like, yeah, I can relate to this lady. I know just where she's coming from. I know exactly what she's alluding to. In fact, there are some cute cartoons, and I want to direct everybody to go to Amazon.com. You can pick this up for Kindle, and it is going to be on Barnes & Noble. Hi, there she is.
There we go.
Am I on the air?
You are on the air.
Did you explain to everybody my technical difficulties?
Oh my God, you sound so much better. I think your voice got all sexy and low.
Yay!
Wow! Yay! So happy.
Right?
Your difficulties. I'm just going through competitive.
Are you repeating every single thing I said?
I am. We're just giving out all the details of your personal life.
Right. And I'm just thinking, like, her voice is all sexy and husky now in this new voice line. I'm like,
my real voice. Well, actually, as I was waiting for the technical stuff to work out, I was thinking, apparently I can only be a lawyer and be a cartoonist at the same time. I can't do anything technical because that's just apparently too heavy of a burden for me.
Oh my God! Yes, pass the bar and be an artist at the same time. Like
right. Now I must have a bit of zen because I didn't cuss at all or freak out at all or get crazy at all during that passage of what seemed like hours, even though I think it was only a couple of seconds. So maybe I have learned something after all these years.
So how is it you come up with your ideas, Donna? Because Robin was talking so eloquently about the comic strips that are in your book, and I love them too. There's one in the bathtub that's my particular favorite.
I love that bathtub.
Just so me. And I'm like, you didn't even know me when you wrote this. So me has to resonate, I think, with all women. How do you know? Does it just come to you in the middle of the night?
It doesn't come to me in the middle of the night because I'm a very heavy sleeper. Nothing comes to me in the middle of the night. But during the day, as I'm out and about and whatever I'm doing, everything tends to just strike me as funny. I think that it has turned into a positive trait, and hopefully it's a trait that I can capitalize on, certainly. I think seeing everything in your landscape as funny can be a positive and a negative. Obviously, there are certain parts of your life where you can't just laugh at everything.
You wouldn't want a lawyer that laughs his way or her way through the courtroom.
Well, I think a lot of us are laughing, but we're doing it internally. We're just not showing the laughter.
We won't let them know.
Yeah, it's nice. It's definitely nice to be able to do it out loud now and to be official about it and to say, okay, here's the deal. I do see everything as funny. So
every single one of these pages in your book is so as Sandra said, we all find ourselves in these pages. I love even just the beginning, being amazing. And you're looking, you're sitting on the couch and you're saying, we clearly need a new word for fabulous, because there's nothing more fabulous than me right at this moment.
Exactly. I mean, how fabulous can you possibly be? You can always be more fabulous. There's no end to fabulousness.
That's it. And then being more or less fabulous is the next chapter, and I love it.
But you put it so beautifully. You know, for our military listeners today, I had a couple Marines coach me through my divorce, and their thing was to tell me to look in the mirror every morning when I get up and say, I am the shit. Now, that definitely works for Marines, but you put it together in just such a gentle, beautiful, sweet, ladylike way, and being amazing.
I haven't been called ladylike recently, so I might have to listen to this recording over and over and over again. I think the truth of the matter is that I think the reason it resonates is because I just tell the truth. And the truth is that most of us, if not all of us, are out there working our butts off to be as amazing as our life allows us to be. I think it's nice to dream of being even more amazing than you can possibly be. But the fact is, we've got families, we've got bills, we've got jobs, we're exhausted. Everybody's working very hard and at the same time trying to be fabulous. And I think that when I draw comic strips and cartoons, I think that I just say what the truth is, which is, you know, I am amazing. I am, like you said, I am the shit. But it's exhausting. It's exhausting to be the shit. And I'm not going to walk around, at least at this point in my life, I'm not going to walk around and pretend that it's as easy as I make it look, because it's not. It's a lot of hard work.
Well, and you find the universal truth. Like you talk about truth, there's many truths. Everybody has their personal truth. You seem to have been able to tap in to those universal truths that affect us all.
I think I say a lot of things that either you're not supposed to say, or certain generations were raised to be embarrassed about either saying or thinking. You know, my mother never would have said she was exhausted. Now she says she's exhausted, but now she's older and she's evolved. But I grew up with a mother for decades who claimed to never be exhausted. So I didn't understand why I was tired when my mother, who was this Energizer bunny running a house and a business and a family and doing a million things, could still do a million things even when I felt like I didn't have a little lick of energy left in me.
And I think it's wonderful, too, that in this generation, we don't have to live behind a facade. We can be who we are. We can be tired. We can be powerful. We can be humorous. We can be serious. We can conquer whatever we set our minds to. And then maybe there are other things that we don't want to conquer, and we'll let somebody else handle that.
And, you know, I think that there were a lot of years, if not decades, where we said to women, you know, you don't have to be all of that and have a facade too. And I think that what women are now realizing is that to be truly successful, not just to dream of success and not to just envision success, but to be really successful, you can't put any energy into that facade. That facade can't be reconciled with your success.
Are you a military mom looking for help in dealing with the system? Keeping the home fires burning? Well, that's what we're here for. It's Military Mom Talk Radio with Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd. And we'll be right back after these.
Booyah! That's the word uttered when you know you have the upper hand. Or you're the winner. Well, now we have the Booyah Radio Hour with Martin Bressy. Tuesdays at 9, 8 Central on TogiNet.com. Martin's show is all about helping speakers and authors find their niche, create their brand, and achieve massive success. Each week, Martin will interview guests from around the world who have achieved tremendous success as speakers and authors. You'll find out who they are, what they do, and how you can follow in their footsteps to achieve incredible results. Guests will come from around the world of business, entertainment, finance, the arts, and sciences. Nothing is off topic. No subject too taboo. We'll share valuable information as well as huge laughs as we discover the ups and downs of being a successful speaker and author. The Booyah Radio Hour with Martin Pressey. Tuesdays at 9, 8 Central on TogiNet.com. Attention parents and teachers. Here is a series of alarming yet true facts about the current state of teaching reading in the United States. The federal government has spent close to $500 billion to improve reading ability, and yet we still have over 8 million students who cannot read on grade level. 440,000 students who have a total reading vocabulary of 50 words or less, and a national dropout rate of 1 new student every 26 seconds. Sadly, one of these could be yours. Fortunately, it's not too late to help. Introducing The Reading Show with Dr. Joe, a fast-paced, highly informative, easy-to-listen-to show led by nationally recognized reading authority, Dr. Joe Lakovich. For more on Joe on the show, check out his website, failurefreeonline.com. Listen in this week to learn amazingly simple ways to turn this problem around. The Reading Show with Dr. Joe, with your host, Dr. Joe Lakovich, Fridays at 10 a.m. Central on TogiNet.com.
Put a boot in your ass, it's the American way. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name at the top of his list, and a statue of liberty started shaking.
Welcome back to Military Mom Talk Radio on TogiNet.com. Covering topics to help on the home front with help from those who know how the system works and how to work the system. It's more fun than a sale at the BX. Now let's get back to it. It's Military Mom Talk Radio. Here again are your hosts, Sandra Beck and Robin Boyd.
Hey everyone, it's Robin Boyd. We're back. We have had the craziest day today. We've been losing people, picking up people. We've had people coming and going. We've had an awesome show. Sandra and Doris, I know you girls know we've had such an amazing group of people who have visited us here on Military Mom Talk Radio, but many of them are multi-talented. And one of the things that we do get from time to time is some music from some of our guests. And I wanted to share some of those this afternoon because some of the music is just really rocking and some of it is very sensitive. So I think it would be great if we are able to share today some of the music. We have our first song, as I was telling you earlier today, is from Mary Lee. She wrote a children's book called When Grandma's False Teeth Fly, a darling book. And she also wrote this song called Little Shoes.
Little shoes, dancing through my mind. Little voice, singing in my heart. As we're standing at the airport with tearful goodbyes. Me in my comeback boots, my daughter in her patent leather shoes. To cry without knowing why I'm going. She kisses me goodbye as she stands there in her little shoes Well, she's a woman now with her daughter holding her hand, and she is standing at the airport like her mother before. She in her combat boots, her daughter in her patent leather shoes. And now she understands why I had to go. The day has now come, and she's fully grown. But her daughter asks why mommy must leave. But one day she'll see, and she will know. I will love her till my dying day with memories divine. The visions of her little shoes dancing through my mind. I could never forget that special day, even though it's been so long. Me in my combat boots, my daughter in her patent leather shoes.
Oh, thanks, Mary. What a dear lady. Check out our February 6, 2010 podcast to hear more about Mary Lee. Now, Sandra, I'm sure you remember our next song was brought to our attention through our friends at the National Guard. The Price of Peace was written in 2008 by Alyssa Gaddis after talking with her dad, Jim Gaddis, of the Illinois National Guard about the large number of soldiers that were deployed overseas while their families were left behind. Alyssa realized how hard that is on the families as it is on the deployed soldiers, so with pen in hand, the lyrics of The Price of Peace was born. Profits from the song are donated to the National Guard's Family Readiness Group and local VFWs for families in need. Here's a segment of Alyssa Gaddis and her sister Cassie singing The Price of Peace.
Standing at the gate, knowing I can't wave enough. No matter what, it's gonna be tough for a girl to say goodbye to her daddy's smile is rough. Can't cover it up. That's how much I love having him there for dances, dinners for you. When you're all fighting down, we're frightened to see you soon. The price of peace is paid by the families on their knees praying tonight, by a soldier's feet on some foreign street, just trying to save a life. By a daughter's here as she sees her hero do what he thinks is right. The loss may run deep, but if it's love we need, well, that's the price of peace. It's hard that he's gone, but the moments go on non-stop. I think about him a lot, but for him it's more than a job. So the comfort for me in his letters each week is I know that he knows I can't wait till he's home, so I can hug him and have him hold me, not let me lose. When he's told you don't be sad, hope is all you can do. The price of peace is paid by the families on their knees praying tonight, by a soldier's feet on some foreign street, just trying to save a life. By a daughter's here as she sees her hero do what he thinks is right. The loss may run deep, but if it's love we leave, that's the price of peace. so much so easy days. Took so simple, longer we had to wait. Please, God, show me how.
You can find the link to the song on our website, militarymomtalkradio.com, and in the search area, enter Price of Peace, and you'll find it on our November 8th, 2010 article. Now, on January 16th of this year, we met Jeff Senour. Ever since its inception 10 years ago, rock band Consider the Source has made a huge impact on many around the country with their edgy rock sound with lyrics that touch the heart. Fueled with a passion for music since childhood, singer-songwriter Jeff Senour formed CTS to inspire people of all ages to live their dreams. The musical journey of CTS has garnered the band numerous awards, including Album of the Year and Video of the Year from our friends over at Military Writers Society of America. Here's a portion of CTS performing their tribute to heroes, Snowball Express.
Some heroes live in fairy tales, some in comic books, but real heroes come along in places we don't look. You open so many eyes, so many times. Now this whole world is looking back. You've opened so many eyes, so many times. Now this whole world is looking back. From wizard graves to shining seas, hope you not this family called Snowball Carry on and run this race, high above those darkest days on Snowball. Take this walk of gratitude, celebration.
That's Jeff Senour with Consider the Source, CTS. You'll find lots more from Jeff at his website and where they're playing and where they're performing at ctsmusic.com. They were also, if you want to check out more about them on our show, they were on our January 16th show. So by all means, look them up and you can find lots of information. Next week, we've got Go Army Homes coming back to visit with us. We love it when they're here. We'll have author Candace George Thompson visiting us. And we also have author Jack London coming to see us with lots of interesting books that they are creating from the Military Writers Association of America. So for Sandra and for Doris, this is Robin Boyd. Join us again next week on Military Mom Talk Radio. Have a great week, everyone.